The reason people are getting this viral pizza maker is because it can go up to 800 Fahrenheit, which your normal oven cannot do. So you can bake a pizza in up to 6 minutes or less, where it would take about 15 minutes in the oven normally. Also, form factor.
It's a great size. It's very small, so it can fit underneath cabinets and stuff. Very easy to put away. It's 13 by 13 with a 12-inch pizza stone, and it is 6 inches tall, which is really great.
First of all, the pizza oven itself has a live heat control on the front here, so you can see the heat of the oven in Fahrenheit and Celsius, which is nice. And then a nice window on the top here to see inside the oven when you're making the pizza. And then 2 knobs here to control actually the top temperature, because it has heating element on the top, and this is the lift plate right here, and heating elements on the bottom. So you can control the temperature between the stone with these 2 knobs right here, which is really nice. So you can adjust it to different temperatures, but I suggest going to 800 Fahrenheit every single time you cook a pizza to get the best result. Then you also have 2 wooden slabs, 2 peels, and that is to put the pizza on each one, to gently put it onto the pizza stone. After you're done preparing your pizza on here, you would lift it onto your pizza, and I will show you that in a little bit. And then it comes with 2 books. One is a great way to get some ideas to make pizzas with different options, from pepperoni, normal, different sized pizzas, margarita. So they give you some nice recipes. Also a great thing is if you want to make homemade dough, they give you a basic homemade dough recipe. And then it comes with a 12-inch ceramic stone with 2 handles on the sides, so you can lift out the pizza easily without burning yourself. So that's really nice, and that's where the pizza will go itself. It also comes with a scraper over here, which is made out of stainless steel, and that is to go and scrape off extra pizza crust and stuff on the bottom, as your cleaning is a little different of this stone, and this helps do that, and I can show that in a little bit after we make a pizza.
So we are going to make the margarita pizza using the recipe book. The great thing about this is you can use pre-made pizza crust, frozen pizza, or even make your own pizza dough, so you have lots of variety. So I really love this for making frozen pizzas in, because it only takes 4 to 6 minutes, which really beats out the oven because it takes 20 minutes normally. So to get started, you plug it in and preheat it to, we're going to do 800 on the top and 800 on the bottom. A really great feature about this, because it is super hot and super small, if you're worried about hitting it and it shifting on the counter, a really great feature is it has sticky legs, so it won't really move unless you use some force. So that's really great.
All right, we're making very lazy pizza because we're using pre-made pizza dough, but I want to show you the easiest way you possibly can make pizza out of this pizza maker. First of all, something you need to know, you need to put some flour on these 2 halves of wood before you start making it, on the 2 peels, so that it doesn't stick on them when you're trying to get them onto the pizza oven, which is really nice, before you put your dough down. Now we're gonna make a margarita pizza, so we have mozzarella here, we have fresh basil, we have sliced tomatoes down here already, and then we have some pizza sauce and some more fresh mozzarella. We're using pre-made pizza dough, so it is not gonna be as formed as nice normal pizza dough. So some things you need to know about this is, since this is a 12-inch diameter around on the pizza oven over here, so you don't want to go over the width of 12 inches. You actually want to keep it maybe 11 inches, because they really recommend not having spillage over into the bottom of it, especially, or you're gonna get a lot of smoke. Same for the cylinder on the top here. Those are very hot, and you do not want stuff spilling into it, or you're gonna get a lot of smoke and a fire hazard. So we're gonna unroll our pizza dough here, and we're actually gonna cut it in half. As you can see here, it's too big for the actual size of the pizza oven. So that's one of the negatives I think about this right off the bat, is it's a little small if you want to have obviously a big group of people, but also it cooks twice as fast. So I can make 2 pizzas in here for the same amount of time as it cooks just to make 1 pizza in the oven. So that is something to keep in mind, with that you only can make about 12-inch, 11-inch size pizzas in this pizza oven. Now, depending on how thick your crust is, it depends how long you're gonna cook it. If it's a little thicker, you might be putting it towards the 6-minute mark. But if it's thinner like this, you actually might wanna pull it out more towards the 3 or 4-minute mark, because it cooks that fast. Now, when you have your dough, you wanna make sure you fork and get the air bubbles through your whole dough, like normal pizzas in the oven. And then you can add your tomato sauce or whatever you wanna do for the sauce on top. Also, side note, the little dip here with the 2 peels it has, if you have your own peel of 1 solid unit, that's way more preferable, because it causes a little dip in the middle when you're making your pizza, putting it on. So if you have your own like wooden board peel to make pizzas and put it in there, that's way more preferable, and I would suggest doing that instead. And then also we're gonna put out some fresh tomatoes, but they're a bit larger, so we're gonna cut them into half here. And then we have fresh mozzarella. It suggests about 4 ounces of it for this recipe, but we are using a smaller pizza dough here in size, so we're not gonna put as much on it. But it really doesn't matter how much you put on it because this oven cooks it very quickly. Now you don't wanna have too much along the edge here so it can fall off again and hit on the burning elements inside of this. So you wanna keep everything kind of closer in on the actual pizza. And we also have some fresh basil here and put along the top of this as well. All right, now you're ready to actually put it in the oven itself. As long as it says 800 Fahrenheit here, then you're good to go. You're just gonna open it up. Now, it is extremely hot now, so I would suggest only using these handles right here or using actual oven mitts. And then you have 2 handles on the side here to pick up the plate itself. But you'll have the peel. You'll wanna be careful to not touch any of the metal. You just wanna gently place it in the middle of the pizza. It might take a little maneuvering to get it off the peel itself. I should have added a little more flour on the peel itself to make sure it wasn't sticking like that, as this is a very wet dough that I have gotten here. And that's the good thing not to have it is very wet so it doesn't have issues like that. And then you're gonna place it down on top of it. And we'll take a time lapse. As you can see on the top here, you can see into the pizza oven itself. A big thing to know is you can see that metal heated element right there. You do not want to make sure stuff touches that, or it's gonna cause a lot of smoke and fire issues. So if you see any bubbles forming the pizza, although they're fun to have, at least for this unit, you should take a fork or something, open up the oven while it's cooking and actually poke those to make sure that they do not hit the actual element during the cooking. So I would check after about 2 or 3 minutes if that's in the oven. All right, it's only actually been about 4 minutes, but the pizza looks already done with a burnt crust, nice crisp on the side. Now you can see here what you don't want to do here. I put too much sauce and it leaked off the edge while cooking, and that is not something you're looking for. So this shows you it's very important to how you cook it. You do not want it falling on the edge like this. But again, you can use your peels. Be mindful not to hit the actual unit itself. And then work off your pizza onto a plate. So that's a quick example of how you use this pizza oven. Let me know if you have any questions down below or any other recipes I should try. Now for cleaning, that's another important thing. As you can see, there's a lot of marks and stuff left over on it. That's what this is for, is so you can scrape and kind of get off that junk off the unit. It's especially easier to do once it's cooled down and is really hot still, so you kind of want to let the unit cool down first. While cleaning it, you do not want to put this in the dishwasher, the actual stone. You barely want to even put like a wet paper towel on it. That's probably the most you can do. Do not put any soap on the actual stone. It's okay if it has this like flavoring on it. If it has any residue on it, it's not gonna hurt your pizza, and it's natural for that to happen. If you want to clean the top or other parts, these are the only safe parts while it's really hot like this. Wait until it's fully cooled down, or you're gonna have issues with it melting into the glass and other issues like that. So just wait for the unit to be fully cooled down before you clean anything else. The stone is really nice because even though it's really hot right now, you can take these 2 metal pieces if you needed to and take it out if you wanted to do that first before serving it off the pizza, before you're serving the pizza itself. So that's great as well. Overall, I think this unit's fantastic. I understand why it's going so viral and so many people are buying it, is because it's so affordable and it cooks pizzas way faster than a traditional oven. Definitely check it out. I put a link down in the description if you're looking for it, and I'll see you in the next one.